Hey everybody, today's video is going to be a little bit different, and sorry if this camera is shaking. It's literally on a pillow. Let me see if I can find something more stable. Hold on. So as you can see, I have a lot of stuff, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a sit-down video where I go through my favorites of the year. I hope the quality is okay, and I hope that you can hear me like pretty good because my phone has completely run out of storage. So I'm filming this on my iPad. I wanted to talk about my favorite things of the year, like movies, books, albums, stuff like that, and just go through them. Let's just talk about some new things that I've recently become obsessed with this year. Now, these two artists, these are music artists, I have loved them forever, but they've really like dominated my year, so that's why I want to showcase them. So the first one is Arctic Monkeys, and this is their album Humbug, which is my favorite Arctic Monkeys album, and this is the back. This album, along with all of Arctic Monkeys' discography, was really dominating my music taste for, I would say, the beginning of the year, along with like August through October. I just like, that's all I would listen to is just Press Shuffle. And also the last Shadow Puppets, Alex's other band, Miracle Aligner was my top song of the year, I think, or maybe my like in my top 5 of songs of the year. So yeah. Another artist that was really important that I don't have like any physical media of, hey Christmas list, was The Weeknd. I don't know why, but like for some reason in January, like the very beginning of January, first couple weeks, I just started listening to The Weeknd and I was like so obsessed. That's all I listened to. Like he was one of my top artists, I think, but his song, I can't even think of the song right now, but I'll put it up right here. His song was my top song of the year, which is crazy. But yeah, so I literally only listened to The Weeknd for the entire month of January until Torture Poets Department came out. We'll talk about that later. But The Weeknd. Okay, next is my favorite like single artist, Britney Spears. This is her Oops, I Did It Again album, which I do love. This is the picture disc record. I haven't opened it because I don't want to, because it's just too pretty. I do love this record. It has all the great hits. But my favorite Britney album, which leads us into the CDs, of which I have 4 CDs that I want to highlight, but my favorite Britney album is In the Zone. This is, in my opinion, her best album. This album exudes like diva. Like, it's just literally the best album ever. I could listen to this album 1,010,000 times and never get tired of it. But my favorite song on this and one of my favorite Britney songs of all time is Touch of My Hand. And then you also have hits like Breathe on Me. If you follow my TikTok edit account, you'll know I love that song. And then there's Showdown, Early Morning, come on. Obviously you have hits like Toxic, and then there's Outrageous, which is just perfect. I mean, just every single song on this album is perfect. And then of course you have Every Time, which is so beautiful, makes me cry every single time. But this is the album, and it came with a poster, but yeah, this is my favorite album and I cannot stop talking about it. It was released in 2003, which was my birth year. Okay, this video is gonna be 1,000,000 years long if I don't hurry it up. Okay, so here's Brat, but it's completely different, but it's also still Brat. the way that my iPad is, like, I can read it, which is crazy. Like, it's not mirrored, right? And it's completely different, but also still Brat. So this is the Brat Remix album, and it also includes the original album, which if you open it up, it's actually got red in there. That's just how it is. Look how gorgina she is. Everything has already been said about Brat. I got to go to the Sweat Tour with Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan back in October. Changed my life. My favorite remix is Club Classics, or I think about it all the time. And my favorite original song is Back to Back, and Everything is Romantic. So, oh, and Mean Girls remix with Julian Casablancas of The Strokes is amazing. But we don't even need to get into Brat. I mean, everybody knows about it. It's amazing. Similar to this album, which everybody knows about. Sorry about the glare, but it's just, this is Torture Poets Department, the anthology. Now, Torture Poets Department, amazing album, like, great album, great gown, beautiful gown. But the anthology, it brings it up to my top 5 albums of the year. This one is probably my absolute number. I would have to say this is my number 1 album of the year. It's very close, but it is my number 1 album of the year because whenever it come out, that is the only piece of art that I consumed for a good 3 months. 3 months, yeah. So whenever this came out with the anthology, I just, that's all I would wake up in the morning, play this. So my favorite song is Chloe or Sam Sophia Marcus, followed by The Prophecy, I Look in People's Windows, The Vulture, The Black Dog, obviously. But yeah, Chloe Sam Sophia Marcus is in my top 5 Taylor Swift songs of all time. So yeah, this is the 2-disc. It is the anthology and Fall Out Boy's Infinity on High. Wow, that's crazy. This is my album of the year. And last but not least is Clancy by 21 Pilots. This one has no glare because it's actually cardboard, which we love. This album changed my life, and I'm not even just saying this. Now, if you know me, I am a big 21 Pilots fan. They're my second favorite band of all time. My favorite song is Routines in the Night, and y'all can clown on me, I don't care. It's literally such a good song. And then obviously Oldie Station, and I really like Vignette, and also like Backslide. I got tickets before the album even, like, literally before the album even came out. I think I got tickets to the concert, and I actually was front row. Insert photo here. It was the best concert of my life, and I say that 100% confident that it was the best concert of my entire life. I went with one of my best friends, Natalie, and I think she had an amazing time too, and it was just so wonderful. I cried. Taking a little bit of a shift from music, let's get into some books. Now, I'm not going to talk too heavily about books because I didn't focus so much on reading this year as I did last year. I will highlight a couple books because in the summer, I read a lot of books, like a lot. Like, that was pretty much, I would read like 1 or 2 books a day. And I'll just go ahead and talk about those because I don't currently have them with me because I've given them away. Because whenever I finish reading my books, unless it's part of a collection, I normally just give them away to like family or friends or something because I got too many books to keep them all. Okay, so The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Editing Alyssa here, and tell me why when I went to Google this book to get the picture for the next segment, they're turning it into a Netflix adaptation movie starring Keira freaking Knightley. Y'all, I'm seated. That is the first book in a very long period from probably July to October of like having reader's block, not being able to read anything. That's the first book that I picked up that I read cover to cover in one day, and I actually couldn't go to sleep because I was like trying to read it and trying to finish it because it was so good. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's like a mystery, like a murder mystery. So The Woman in Cabin 10. I read a few memoirs this year. Of those, I will just highlight Julia Fox's Down the Drain. I really liked it, and it was very interesting. I read the actual physical book, not the audiobook, and it was good. I also read Paris's memoir in January. That's my favorite memoir that I've read this year. It was actually crazy. I also read Brittany's memoir, but Paris's memoir was so powerful, and I really recommend it. So go read Paris Hilton's memoir. This is my favorite new book that I've read this year. I finished it I read it in one day, as with most of the books I read this summer, because I was just at the pool reading. But it's called Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, and it is literally so insane. It's actually like you will literally be like ripping the pages to get to the next one. Like it's I want to reread it because it's literally amazing. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. And the twists are crazy. Like my mom was sitting next to me at the pool and she was like, "What are you doing?" Cuz I kept gasping. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Girl, she doesn't read." But I really wish she did cuz I would have told her to read that. Now let's get into the physical books. And I'll go really quick because I take me up a lot of time and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what? You could just throw this on when you're like cleaning or something and just listen to my voice as I'm telling you stuff that you need to read and listen to and watch. So if you watched my summer diaries video that I did like literally forever ago, or if you know me in real life, you know that I literally do not shut up about The Maze Runner. It's my favorite book series of all time, and I finished the book series, but I'm reading the prequel right now, or like I started the prequel. I just can't read it because it makes me too emotional. So I'll have to find a day when I'm like I am ready to cry or something to get into it, the prequel. But this is the first Maze Runner. I have all of them. I actually have multiple copies of them. Some of them are annotated, and some of them are not. Like, okay, so this first book is this is my original copy from when I was like when the series came out when I was like 12 or something. Like, seriously, don't even get me started because I'm at 17 minutes right now, and like, I mean, this is just my favorite book series of all time. So if you want to know, The Death Cure is my favorite of the books, but I'm reading The Fever Code right now, or I'm trying to force myself to read it because it's too sad. Maze Runner. Okay, I was yapping too much about the Maze Runner and my iPad storage got full, so let's just shut up. Back on another book series that I have reread, Harry Potter. I actually started rereading this series in 2023 in December, but I started the second book, I think, in January of this year, so I'm counting it. January, if I could describe January as anything, it was Harry Potter. I got the Harry Potter Nintendo Switch game, Hogwarts, what was it called? Hogwarts Legacy or something? Like, it's amazing. I need to get back into playing it, but I was literally obsessed, like, every waking second of my day. Right now I'm looking at a wand from Ollivander's, like, every waking second of my day was completely absorbed in Harry Potter. Okay, me and my friend Natalie, we used to talk like as if we were actually like in Harry Potter. We would be like on campus or something. We'd be like, "Yo, did you go to the Hogshead Head last weekend? I thought I saw you there." And it was like, "No, man, I was at Madame Pomfrey's." Like, we were just like talking. I don't know, just stupid. But Harry Potter, obviously, my favorite book is Half-Blood Prince, and my favorite movie is Goblet of Fire. Yeah, and I've also got My Dad's Girlfriend into this series, so now I can start it over and redo it all again. Oh my god. Okay, so enough of that. I didn't watch any shows this year. I briefly restarted watching Supernatural. So there's that. I'm on season 6. And then I am currently rewatching Gossip Girl. I'm on season 4. And I'm still watching What We Do in the Shadows. episodes are still coming out. Now, last but not least, we're going to talk about hobbies. So this is my journal. I have like 6 of them right now that I'm like working on, but this one's cool because it has stickers. But yeah, so hobbies, I try to journal. I'm not really good at it because I like to just bury my feelings deep down, and I don't like to write about them. Crocheting. Made this head wrap that matches my sweater. I still haven't finished it, but it's gonna, like, you know, it's like an ear wrap, okay? So, but I mean, I guess it could also kind of be like a, I don't know. That's the thing with people that crochet, is you never really know what you're making till it's done. But I've been crocheting a lot, and obviously reading. I've also been junk journaling and scrapbooking, which has been really fun. That's a new thing I picked up, is junk journaling and scrapbooking. So I love getting like old magazines and stuff, and like using the scraps for my journal. So yeah, that about does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like this kind of more chill, like sit down videos as opposed to the vlogs, because like I know it's called vlogmas and everything, but I am so boring, and my days honestly consist of me going to work, coming back, and like maybe going out to eat. Like, now that school's over and graduation has happened and everything, I kind of have nothing else to do besides work. So if you prefer me to do more videos like this, or actual like sit down scripted videos, I can do that as well. Just let me know. But today is December 12th, which means that there's 13 more days of vlogmas. Lucky number 13. I actually am going to do a video on Christmas of like what I got for Christmas, and then that'll be my last vlogmas video. But thank you guys so much for following me on this journey. I really hope that you guys like these videos. I love making them. It's like a fun thing for me to do outside of work that lets me be creative and stuff, so I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you guys watching. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.